to The World is Storytelling, and it's very cold today, so I think it's time for something completely different. And an episode about so many things, but mostly listen out for the fabulous, fabulous laugh and the laughter, or the leafter, that's in today's episode. Enjoy. Oh, wait, hang on. Before I say enjoy, how does the tree use a computer? It logs on. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
So tell a story, one that is true. Yeah.
Ow.
I think this is a perfect segue in to say that we are... Welcome to The World is Storytelling, everyone. And welcome to The World is Storytelling. Ollie, Leaf?
Either of those names.
Yeah, amazing. And you are so many things. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to ask you, in the form of mime... No, wait, hang on, we're a podcast. We can't do it.
Mime and sound simultaneously.
Oh, yeah, go on, do it.
And maybe you could interpret the mime that I'm doing.
Oh, that would be great. So go on, so introduce yourself in the form of mime and sound and I will interpret.
I am a facilitator.
Mm-hmm. Yes, holding the space, great.
I am a clown and improv comedian.
Yeah.
I'm a tree surgeon and I run my own company. And with the facilitation, I've been doing grief tending as well as play recently.
Wow, that's a lot of things to really take on board. So,
Oh, and laughter yoga instructor as well.
Laughter yoga, oh, that's fantastic.
Recently, I've been thinking about my grandpa a lot. So it brought me to wanting to tell you the story about one afternoon when we wanted to challenge the seagulls in the garden that had been stealing all the bread.
Okay.
One afternoon, me and my grandpa had noticed that the pigeons and the seagulls were taking all the bread in the garden on the it's called bird table.
Yeah.
Which is in the centre of a lovely green garden that's got loads of steps up to some beehives and a shed and a bunch of little trees. And often we wouldn't get to see the songbirds because the big pigeons and the seagulls would always go and munch on the bread. So one afternoon I was like, what about if we set a trap? And in hindsight, I realised that is quite unethical. I must say, I do in hindsight see it as unethical. But we got a crabbing line and we tied it to the door in his kitchen and the door was open. We took the crabbing line along and left a piece of bacon on the end of this crabbing line and put it on the bird table.
Yeah.
And we were just chatting away in the kitchen, watching the seagulls. And one swoops down, flies down, grabs the bacon, and then flies off. We hear the kitchen door slam really loudly, and then just poof, the seagull's gone from the air, and we don't know where they were. We didn't put a hook on it. It was just bacon on the end of a string. And we were in the most fits of laughter I think I'd ever had with my grandpa. And he was a real sense of support in my upbringing. Whenever I wanted shelter or comfort, I would go and stay with my grandpa. And so we went out of the kitchen door and round the corner, and we opened the side door to the neighbours, and all we could find was the end of the string. And so we still never know what happened to that poor seagull.
What's your grandpa's name?
David.
Grandpa David. What did you call him?
Grandpa Yates.
Grandpa Yates?
Yeah. That's what I called him.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really interesting to hear these stories of things that we look back now and we're like...
We're constantly evolving.
We are constantly evolving.
And I think that when we look back on our lives and go, oh, that was bad. But you go, but I learned from that and I'm here where I am now. And now I'm here. Obviously, I wouldn't put a string out of a piece of bacon for the poor seagull. So I often am on protest camps, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
And at one protest camp that I've been to, I held a ritual around the fire. And I was just wearing a green jumpsuit and a red nose. And all I had was a bag of leaves. So I walked on, and then I put my arms around a couple of people. I saw and acknowledged the organizer, who's not the organizer because it was an anarchist gathering, but you're not supposed to say they're the organizer, but they were.
Sorry.
And I went and kissed her on the hand,
Yeah.
in my naughty clown curiosity. And then I took my bag of leaves, and this man who's very large, very outspoken, I get him to stand up, and I give him a leaf in one hand, a leaf in the other, and I stand back and put my hands in an open gesture, saying nothing, just doing that. And he starts doing a speech. And he starts doing a speech to the group, and it's like, oh yeah, cool. And then my clown gets bored, and I just take the leaves off him, and everyone laughs. And I think that was maybe an ode to like man with power, his power taken away by the silly idiot. And then I got my bag of leaves, and everyone on the camp knew that my name is Leaf.
Yeah.
Even though my character was Bert, everyone knew my name was Leaf. So I threw these leaves out to everyone. There was about 100 people in a circle around this fire. So I threw my leaves out to everybody. And then I'm left with one leaf. And I just stand there in silence, looking at the audience. And they just start going, burn the leaf, burn the leaf, burn the leaf. And then a look of horror appears on my clown's face, like, no, don't make me do it. No. Imagine that's what's going in my clown's brain because I'm non-verbal. No. And then my hand starts moving towards the fire with the leaf, like going towards the fire. And then everyone's going, ooh. And then when I realised that everyone was in it, I moved the leaf away, and they were like, oh. And then my eyes lit up. And I moved it towards it, and they went, ooh. And I moved it away, and they went, ah. And then my clown nodded their head and were like, yes. and I moved it very quickly between the fire and away from the fire, and it was like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. And then I stopped, took the leaf towards the fire once more, looked at everyone, and then just threw the leaf away.
Let the leaf fly free.
And at the end, I looked at everyone, I took everyone in, I went and kissed the organiser on the hand, put my arms around my friends, and then waved them goodbye. What I find really interesting about this is that I came on with nothing. With a bag of leaves and me. That is all I came on with. But there is 100 different ways that could have been interpreted. The audiences discover and realise their own stories in what the clown is doing. Most recently, at a workshop that I went to, we were doing a game called What Do You Need, My Love? And you take it on turns to stand. So Holly Stoppit, a clown called Holly Stoppit, introduced this to me. I forget who introduced it to her, but I think it's good to mention who introduces things to you.
Absolutely.
So Holly Stoppit is a clown in Bristol. She's a wonderful human. Yeah, so you get up on stage and you put your arms out in an open posture, and the crowd go, "What do you need, my love?" And then the person asks for what they need. And I want you to give your really weird niche interest that maybe no one else would understand, but it's really interesting to you. One person came into the middle of the circle and was like, "I really like rucksacks."
Okay, nice.
And went on to talk about rucksacks and how they were and how they like the specific pockets, and someone showed them their rucksack and they were like, "Nah, not that rucksack." And I was like, I actually really relate to this. I really am very specific about rucksacks. when they'd finished saying this, one person was like, I didn't think you said rucksacks. I thought that you said rough sex. And everyone started shouting rough sex. And I was like, we're at a play workshop. Is this too naughty? And I'm like, nah.
This is what they needed.
Yeah. And it became a tick for a lot of people for the rest of the workshop. It was rough sex.
I suppose there are quite a few similarities between rucksacks and rough sex. Knots. Straps. You need to be hydrated for both. What else? Go on. And always with consent. You shouldn't go on a hike if the people don't want it.
Just as if you shouldn't have rough sex if someone doesn't want to.
Precisely. Thank you. There we go. That's words for the wise. You know, have you ever thought of having a leafter workshop?
A leafter workshop?
Yeah.
Like laughter, but leafter.
Because you are leaf. Before we finish off, because I have to get on a bus very shortly, what is your favourite tree?
So I'd say oaks are my favourite tree to work on. But my favourite tree to look at would be a rowan. And that's why it's on my work logo. Nice. And it is a very... Is that a dot? Or is it like... Ah, yes, that's a dot to separate the O and the Y.
I was wondering, because if not, it would be Ollie. And I don't know, I mean, oy vey tree services. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming on the World of Storytelling. This has been absolutely fantastic.
Some say the old ruins in the sand tell us every story will come to an end. But my dear, we can live what we tell. We are storytelling.